students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Pirwani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as combination. Take down some space. From a group of 5 men, and 3 women, a committee of 2 men and 2 women is to be formed. A committee of 2 men and 2 women is to be formed. Find the number of ways of forming such a committee. Find the number of ways of forming such a committee. Find the number of ways of forming such a committee. Now, let's see this. There are 5 men out of which 2 have to be selected. There are 3 women out of which 2 have to be selected. Now, is the order of arrangement important? Whom do I select first? Whom do I select second? Does that make a difference? No, it does not make a difference. When the order of arrangement is not important, you use combination. That's how you distinguish between permutation and combination. In combination, the order of arrangement is not important. There are total 5 men out of which 2 are required. There are 3 women out of which 2 are required. I can say this can be done. This can be done in C5 of 2 into C3 of 2 ways, right? C5 of 2, 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1, 3 into 2 upon 2 into 1, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, 2 1s are 2 2s are 5 2s are 10, 30 ways. How do I solve this, guys? I'll show you this once again. See, from 5, write 2 numbers in descending order. From 5, write 2 numbers in descending order. So this will be 5 into 4. From 5, write 2 numbers in descending order, and in the denominator you write 2 into 1. From here to 1. Then similarly, from 3, write 2 numbers in descending order, and in the denominator write 2 into 1. And then you do your cancellation, right? 5 3s are 15, 2s are 30. So there are 30 ways in which this can be done, right? Take down next one, please. 5 cards are to be selected. 5 cards are to be selected.
Cards.
Yeah, 5 cards are to be selected from a pack of 52 cards. How many selections contain? First part of the question, all clubs. First part of the question, all clubs. Second part of the question, exactly 2 clubs. Third part of the question, no club. First part of the question, all clubs. Second part of the question, exactly 2 clubs. Third part of the question, no clubs. Now, let's see this. 5 cards are to be selected from a pack of 52 cards. You have clubs and others. Total. Now, in a pack, there are 13 club cards. If there are 13 club cards, that means there are going to be 39 other cards, because total there are 52 cards in the pack. Now, first part of the question says that how many selections contain all clubs, right? I have to select 5 cards and all 5 of them have to be clubs. That means I am not selecting anything from here. I can say this can be done This can be done in C13 of 5 ways. So from 13 you have to write 5 numbers in descending order. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. From 13 you write these many terms in descending order. From 13 you write 5 terms in descending order, and in the denominator from 5 to 1 you write 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in that case, if I do this cancellation, 5 2s are 10, 4 3s are 12. So this will be 13 into 11 into 9. So you can do your multiplication and get the answer. That's A part of the question. B part of the question, clubs, others, total, right? There are 13 clubs in a pack and there are 39 other cards in a pack required. Now, exactly 2 clubs. I want to select 5 cards, out of which 2 are clubs. That means 3 have to be other cards. 2 cards are clubs. That means 3 have to be other cards. I can say this can be done in total. I want to select 5 cards. If 2 are clubs, that means 5 minus 2. The remaining have to be other cards. So this can be done in, it is always total upon required, total upon required. Right? Do we get this thing clear? Now, C13 of 2. Right? From 13, write 2 numbers in descending order. From, and in the denominator from 2, 3. Right? From 39, write 3 numbers in descending order. So 39 into 38 into 37 upon 3 into 2 into 1. Right? Do you understand this? Now, this can be written as 6, 6. This is 13 into 39 into 38 into 37. Fine, do you get this in clear? Next, you can do your multiplication and get the answer. Last part of the question, no clubs. Clubs, others, total. There are 13 clubs, there are 39 other cards required. Right? Now, no clubs. I don't want any clubs. That means all 5 cards that I am going to select are non-clubs. I can say this can be done. This can be done in C13 of 0 into C39 of 5 ways. C13 of 0 is 1. C39 of 5, from 39 write 5 terms in descending order. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. Right? Upon 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, in that case I can say that 5 ones are, 5 sevens are, right? 4 ones are, 4 nines are, 3 ones are, 3 13s are, 2 ones are, 2 19s are. So your answer will be 13 into 19 into 37 into 9 into 7. Those are the number of selections where you do not have any clubs, right? Next, let's move on ahead. The staff of a bank, the staff of a bank, the staff of a bank consists of, the staff of a bank consists of a manager, an accountant and 12 clerks. The staff of a bank consists of a manager, an accountant and 12 clerks. A committee of 5 is to be formed. A committee of 5 is to be formed. Find the number of ways. Find the number of ways in which this can be done. Find the number of ways in which this can be done so as to include. Find the number of ways in which this can be done so as to include the first part of the question, the manager, The second part of the question, the manager but not the accountant. The manager but not the accountant. The third part of the question, neither the manager nor the accountant. Neither the manager nor the accountant. Neither the manager nor the accountant. Now, they're saying that the staff of a bank consists of a manager, an accountant and clerk. Total. It consists of a manager, an accountant and 12 clerks. Required. A committee of 5 is to be formed. Find the number of ways in which this can be done so as to include the manager. So in the A part of the question, the manager has been pre-selected. I have to select 5 people, out of which one has to be the manager. If one is the manager, that means out of the remaining I have to select 4. One of them has to be the manager, that means out of the remaining 4 have to be selected. I can say this can be done. This can be done in C1 of 1 into C13 of 4 ways. C1 of 1 is 1. C13 of 4. From 13 write 4 terms in descending order. 13, 12, 11, 10 upon 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 3s are 12, 5s are 13 into 11 into 5. Right? Okay. Next, let's move on ahead. Second, the manager but not the accountant. Manager, accountant, clerk. Total. The manager but not the accountant. Total, there is 1 manager, 1 accountant and 12 clerks. Required. I have to make sure that the manager is selected. I have to also make sure that the accountant is not selected. Out of 5, I have already finished selecting 1. That means I need to select another 4. I can say this can be done. This can be done in C1 of 1 into C12 of 4 ways. C1 of 1 is 1. C12 of 4. From 12 write 4 terms in descending order. 12, 11, 10, 9 upon 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? 4 3s are 12, 5s are 11 into 5 into 9. These are the ways in which you can select the manager but not the accountant. Next. Neither the manager nor the accountant. Manager, accountant, clerk. Total. There is 1 manager, 1 accountant and 12 clerks required. I don't select the manager, I don't select the accountant. Right? Neither the manager nor the accountant. That means all 5 clerks have to be selected. I can say this can be done. This can be done in C12 of 5 ways. So this is 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 upon 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 4 3 4 5 into 4. 4 3s are 12. 5 2s are 10. So this will be 11 into 9 into 8. Those are the ways in which neither the manager nor the accountant will be selected. Next, take on next sum please. A cricket team of 11 players is to be formed. A cricket team of 11 players is to be formed from 15 players. A cricket team of 11 players is to be formed from 15 players, including 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. Including 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. A cricket team of 11 players is to be formed from 15 players, including 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. In how many different ways can the team be formed? In how many different ways can the team be formed so as to include first part of the question, exactly 4 bowlers, exactly 4 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers, exactly 4 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. Second part of the question, exactly 2 wicket keepers, exactly 2 wicket keepers and at least 4 bowlers, exactly 2 wicket keepers and at least 4 bowlers. Next, exactly 4 bowlers and at most 1 wicket keeper, exactly 4 bowlers and at most 1 wicket keeper. Now, a cricket team of 11 players is to be formed from 15 players including 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. Now out of 15 players, 5 are bowlers and 2 are wicket keepers. That means 8 will be batsmen. Total there are 15 players, out of which 5 are bowlers and 2 are wicket keepers. Therefore 8 have to be batsmen. First part of the question. In how many ways can the team be formed so as to include exactly 4 bowlers? I want exactly 4 bowlers and I want exactly 2 wicket keepers. I want a team of 11. Out of 11 guys, I have already finished selecting 6. That means I should select another 5 to make a team of 11. Total I want a team of 11, out of which 6 have been selected. So I need another 5. That's how I got 5 batsmen. So I can say this can be done in C8 of 5 into C5 of 4 into C2 of 2 ways. From 8, write 5 terms in descending order. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 upon 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 into, from 5 write 4 terms in descending order. 5, 4, 3, 2 upon 4, 3, 2, 1 and Cn of n, C2 of 2 is going to be 1. Let's cancel 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. 3 2s are 6, right? So this is going to be 8 into 7 into 5. Those are the number of ways in which you can have 5 batsmen, 4 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers, right? So that should be 280 ways. Second part of the question, batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, total. There are 8 batsmen, 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers required. Now, in how many ways can this be selected to have exactly 2 wicket keepers? I want exactly 2 wicket keepers and at least 4 bowlers. At least 4 bowlers means I need 4 bowlers or more than 4 bowlers. I need 4 bowlers or I need more than 4 bowlers, right? If I select more than 4 bowlers, that means I'll have to select 5 bowlers. I cannot select more than 5 bowlers because I have a maximum of only 5 bowlers. The number of wicket keepers remain the same. Now, if I select 4 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers, I have already selected 6 players. To have a team of 11, I need to select another 5. To have, if I select 5 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers, I have selected 7. To have a team of 11, I need 4, right? This can be done. Now see, it is always total upon required, total upon required, total upon required. So C8 of 5 into C5 of 4 into C2 of 2, or is always written as addition. C8 of 4 into C5 of 5 into C2 of 2. So this can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 upon 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? C5 of 4 is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 4 terms I am writing. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 1 plus C8 of 4, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, 4 terms, upon 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, C5 of 5, 1, C2 of 2, 1, right? 5 gone, 4 gone, 3 2s are 6 gone, 4, 3, 2, 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6. So this is going to be 7 8s are 56 into 5 plus 7 2s are 14, 14 5s are 70, right? So in that case this is going to be equal to 56 into 5, 6 5s are 33, 5 5s are 25, 28 plus 70, 350. So there are 350 ways in which you can select at least 4 bowlers and 2 wicket keepers. Next, the third part of the question. Batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers. Right? Total. There are 8, 5 and 2 required. Right? They are saying that at most 1 wicket keeper. At most 1 wicket keeper means I need 1 wicket keeper or I need less than 1 wicket keeper. At most 1 wicket keeper means I need 1 wicket keeper or less than 1 wicket keeper, right? And exactly 4 bowlers. I need exactly 4 bowlers, right? 4 bowlers and 1 wicket keeper. Now look at this. I have already selected 5 players of the team. To make a team of 11, I need another 6. Here I have selected only 4 players of the team. To make a team of 11, I need 7. So I can say this can be done in C8 of 6, C5 of 4, C2 of 1 or C8 of 7 into C5 of 4 into C2 of 0, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, 4 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into 2 upon 1 plus from 8 write 7 terms in descending order, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 upon 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 into 5, 4, 3, 2 upon 4, 3, 2, 1. Cn of 0 is 1. C2 of 0 is 1. Now let's start cancelling. 6, 5, 4, 3. Right? This is 4. 4, 3, 2. Next 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2. Right? So in that case, this is 7 4s are 28 into 5 into 2 plus 8 5s are 40. So that's 280 plus 40, 320. So there are 320 ways of selecting at least 1 wicket keeper. Fine. Next, take our next sum please. There are 11 points in a plane. There are 11 points in a plane, out of which 5 are collinear. There are 11 points in a plane, out of which 5 are collinear. Find the total number of distinct lines. First part of the question, find the total number of distinct lines passing through these points. The total number of distinct lines passing through these points, the total number of distinct lines passing through these points. Second part of the question, the total number of distinct triangles, the total number of distinct triangles with vertices at these points. Third part of the question, the total number of distinct quadrilaterals with vertices at these points. The total number of distinct quadrilaterals with vertices at these points. Total number of points is 11, right? Number of collinear points. Number of collinear points is 5. So therefore I can say number of non-collinear points. Number of non-collinear points is going to be 6. Now, they have asked you that find the total number of distinct lines. Number of lines. Now, guys, how do I find out the total number of lines? So, in order to find out the total number of lines, see, in order to form a line, you need 2 points. So, it is total number of points upon 2. Why 2? Because 2 points determine a line, minus all the collinear points will give you one line only. Since all those points will lie on a single line, I will subtract the collinear points. They will give you one line, so that is plus 1. So it is total upon 2 minus collinear upon 2 plus 1. Total upon 2 minus collinear upon 2 plus 1. So this is 11 into 10 upon 2 into 1. 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1 plus 1. 55 minus 10 plus 1, 45, 46. There are going to be 46 lines that can be formed with these many points. Second part of the question.
So,
yeah.
Why do we take plus 1?
Plus 1 because when I say C5 of 2, I am subtracting that one single line also on which all the 5 points, collinear points will be. What are collinear points? Those collinear points are the points which lie on a single line. So when I subtract, I am subtracting that single line also on which the 5 collinear points are. That is the reason why, since that one line to I'll get out of those collinear points, so that is that plus 1 that I am adding there. Right? Next. Number of triangles. Number of triangles. Now, there are 11 points. In order to make a triangle, you need 3 points. All the 5 collinear points will give you just one line, they will not give you a triangle. So how many less triangles? These are the total triangles I should have got. Out of which, because of 5 collinear points, I will not get these many triangles, because those many points, 5 collinear points will give you just a single line, they will not give you a triangle. So in that case, 11 into 10 into 9, 3 into 2 into 1, 5 into 4 into 3, 3 into 2 into 1. 3s are, 5s are, 3s are, 2s are. 5 3s are 15, 165 minus 10, 155. Right? Number of quadrilaterals. Right? Now how do I make number of quadrilaterals? Number of quadrilaterals, now guys, I have 6 non-collinear points. I have 6 non-collinear points. To make a quadrilateral, I need 4 points. Out of those 6 points, if I select 4 points, then I will get a quadrilateral. Or, out of the 6 points, I select 3 points, and out of the remaining 5, I select 1. or out of the 6 points I select 2, and out of the 5 points I select 2, right? So in that case this is going to be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 upon 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. From 6 I am writing 4 terms in descending order, or 6 into 5 into 4, 3 into 2 into 1 into 5, 6 into 5 upon 2 into 1 into 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1. 4 out, 3 out, 3's are, 3 2's are 6 out, right? 4 out, 5 3's are 15, plus 5 5's are 25, 25 4's are 100, plus 5 5's are 25, 25 6's are 150. So in that case 250, 265. There can be 265 quadrilaterals that can be drawn with these many lines, these many points.
So why do we take 11 from triangle?
Excuse me?
Why do we take C11 3 when there
Total there are 11 points. To draw a triangle, how many points do I need?
then why don't we take 11 here?
Because here when I am drawing a quadrilateral there are 2 sets of points. Either I can select those 2 points as collinear, or even if I select non-collinear I can still get a quadrilateral. In the case of quadrilateral the 3 points have to be non-collinear to give you a triangle. In the case of quadrilateral, even if they are collinear you will still get a quadrilateral. In the case of triangle, if the 3 points are collinear I will not get a triangle. Right? That's the reason why I take it this way. Here with collinear points also it is possible to get a quadrilateral, and that's the reason why you solve it this way. Okay? Take down next one please. If m parallel lines are intersected by n parallel lines, if m parallel lines are intersected by n parallel lines, find the total number of parallelograms that can be formed. Find the total number of parallelograms that can be formed. Find the total number of quadrilaterals that can be formed. Now, in order to make a parallelogram, right? In order to make a parallelogram, I need 2 sets of parallel lines. I need one set this way and I need another set this way. Now they are saying that number of parallelogram, there are m number of lines, out of which I need to select 2 to make 2 opposite sides of the parallelogram, right? And which are intersected. These are those intersecting lines which are intersected by n number of parallel lines. I need another 2 of them to make another set of 2 parallel sides. And that's how I get my 4 sides. Now this can be written, guys, you have a formula. Here I can use the formula. Cn of r is given by the formula n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Cn of r is given by the formula n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. So in which case, if I use this formula, this will be m factorial upon 2 factorial into m minus 2 factorial. Right? The number on the top divided by number below divided by the difference between the 2 numbers into n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. Now m factorial can be written as m into m minus 1 into m minus 2 factorial upon 2 factorial can be written as 2 into 1 into m minus 2 factorial into n factorial is n minus 1 n minus 2 factorial upon 2 factorial can be written as 2 into 1 into n minus 2 factorial. M minus 2 factorial, m minus 2 factorial gone, n minus 2 factorial, n minus 2 factorial gone. So in this case, this will be m into n into m minus 1, n minus 1 upon 4. These are the total number of parallelograms that you can draw. Fine, do we get this thing here? Next, take on next one please. Find the total number of distinguishable. Find the total number of distinguishable. Find the total number of distinguishable permutations. Find the total number of distinguishable permutations that can be formed out of the word. Find the total number of distinguishable permutations that can be formed out of the word mathematics. That can be formed out of the word mathematics. Now guys, we had done some very similar to this when we were doing permutation, in which we had used the word father. We had found out the different number of combinations in the word father. Now what's different between that sum and this sum? When I use the word father, F-A-T-H-E-R, each letter was repeated only once. Here in mathematics you have repetition of letters. In mathematics you have repetition of letters, right? In that case, I can say total number of letters. Total number of letters 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 letters, right? Number of M's. There are 2 M's. Number of A's. There are 2 A's. Number of T's. There are 2 T's. Is there anything else repeated? H is not repeated. E is not repeated. M, A, T to be written. I, C, S is not repeated. In that case, the total number of permutations is total letters factorial divided by repeated letters factorial. Total letters factorial divided by repeated letters factorial. 11 into 10 upon 2 into 1, 2 into 1. Leave this here, because if you go to calculate this, this is going to be a very large number. Leave this answer here, right? So that's how you do a sum when you have repeated letters. Next, from three engineers, 4 doctors and 5 accountants. From 3 engineers, 4 doctors and 5 accountants, a committee of 7 is to be formed. A committee of 7 is to be formed. A committee of 7 is to be formed. In how many different committees can be formed? How many different committees can be formed if at least one engineer and at least one accountant must be selected? How many different committees can be formed if at least one engineer and at least one accountant must be included? Now guys, what is so different about the sum? You have the word at least and you have this word twice, right? Now please understand, when you have this word, how do you solve the sum? They are saying that from 3 engineers, 4 doctors and 5 accountants, a committee of 7 is to be formed. How many different committees can be formed if at least one engineer? They are saying at least one engineer, select non-engineer. Committee with no engineer. Right? So you have engineers, doctors and accountants. Total there are 3 engineers, 4 doctors and 5 accountants required. I have to make sure that there are no engineers. That means everybody has to be selected from the balance. Now 7 people have to be selected. I can say this can be done in C9 of 7 ways. This is going to be 9 factorial upon 7 factorial into 9 minus 7 factorial. Right? This can be written as 9 into 8 into 7 factorial upon 7 factorial into 2 factorial. So in that case 9 into 8 upon 2 into 1. 45. There are 45 different ways in which I can have a committee with no engineer. Next, with at least one accountant. So you will select a committee with no accountant. You have engineers, doctors and accountants. Total there are 3 engineers, 4 doctors and 5 accountants required. I don't want an accountant. So 7 will have to be selected from here. So I can say this can be done in C7 of 7 ways, which is 1. Cn of n is 1. Right? Now suppose if I was to just form a committee at random. Right? So what are the total number of committees possible? The total number of committees possible are, total how many people are there? 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. There are 12 people, and in order to form a committee I need 7. Right? So this is going to be 12 factorial upon 7 factorial into 12 minus 7 factorial. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 upon 7 factorial into 5 factorial can be written as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7 factorial gone. 4 3s are 12, 5 2s are 10. So this is 11 into 9 into 8. These are the total number of committees. Now, how many committees? Number of committees with at least one engineer and at least one accountant. See, 11 9s are 99 into 8. These are the total number of committees that are formed. Out of the total committees that are formed, if I remove those committees in which there are no engineers and there are no accountants, then I'll have committees in which there will be at least one engineer and one accountant. These are the total number of committees formed. In this committee there is no engineer. In this committee there is no accountant. So if I remove that, I'll get this answer. 9 8 is 72, 9 8 is 72 plus 7, 792 minus 46. So when you subtract this, you will get your answer as 755. You'll get your answer. Right? Do we get this here? Whatever answer you get, you will get this answer, and we'll stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.